Sup nerds! Welcome back to my channel, guys! I am so excited for today's video. As you guys saw the title, we'll be talking about some of the new popular fantasy romance series. So I feel like there's so many that are viral now, and honestly there's some that I don't even have to mention. And you know, some of these are from months ago, but I just felt like in general they're pretty viral fantasy romance. And I wanted to kind of do a in general yes, no, maybe. Obviously this is a video, longer video, so I am going to give a bit of an explanation, but the idea is the videos of yes, no, maybe for each book. So I thought it would be super fun and fresh. First, if you guys like talking about books, if you guys like fantasy romance, if you guys like all the nerdy things, then definitely give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. Without further ado, let's just get started. I'm not gonna lie, part of me is trying not to sob right now because I literally just finished. I was trying to finish this book so I can talk about it in this video. Like you can genuinely see, I just finished Sunrise on the Reaping. Y'all. 5 stars. So this was book number 1. 5 stars. And I just think that it is, I don't know honestly I don't know what people are saying about it because I've avoided all sort of spoilers. But this book was incredible. And I think Suzanne Collins is just like, first of all, she's a genius, but also it's so like psychotic. Just the idea of the Hunger Games. But it's like, you know who Haymitch is now, like from the main trilogy, like you know who you know who Haymitch is, and so he kind of has to go through it, and that's so difficult to like read a book knowing that homie's gonna struggle, like stuff is gonna go down, and so basically you're just literally just listening to horrible things happen left and right because you know who Haymitch is, you know where he's at in his life, and so that was tough, but I think she just wrote it in a really like beautiful way in a sense. So 5 stars, and I definitely think that you should read it. This is an absolute yes, yes, yes. Honestly, I would obviously go in order. I really enjoyed The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I like this one better. My friend said that too, and I was like, wait, really? This was before I finished it, and I know exactly what she's talking about. I like this one better, and I'm so excited for the movie, although I know I'm gonna be a hot mess in that theater. I just know it. And so sign yourself up for the tears and 10 out of 10 read this book. I looked it up because I was like, is there gonna be more? And it just looks like kind of like the consensus is nobody knows for sure, but like she had a lot of ideas after the trilogy for more books. So hopefully, honestly, I'm considering buying the hardcover. I know that's saying a lot, especially because all the other books are in paperback, but I'm like, I want to have her because I love it that much. Like I loved it so much. I loved it so much. What does that say about me? I don't know, but it's so good. Okay. I would call that though a viral kind of fantasy. Honestly, although I don't, I guess fantasy. What are those called? What are those technically? Yeah, sci-fi fantasy is what they're called. So I would say this is a freaking absolute yes sci-fi fantasy, but I would say it's viral because everyone and their mom is kind of talking about it and stuff like that. So that was book 1. We're going to go in order that I read them just because it's going to be a little bit easier for me to talk about and look out on my Goodreads. But the next book I wanted to mention was Metal Slinger by Rachel Schneider. The answer is it's a yes. I ended up going with 4 stars for this book. It's a yes, but I would definitely, first of all, if you have the willpower to avoid spoilers and to hold off on this book until book 2 is coming out, I would do that for your mental health. I would do that because y'all, this book is wild because honestly, like this is the thing. The thing is that this is definitely a super unique fantasy romance. Like it's definitely super unique. There is one series that I think is very similar to this book in the sense of like the turning point, the, what is that called? Like the climax of the story. There's one other series that is like this, and I cannot tell you because it will spoil the ending for this one. So I don't want to tell you, but I was shooketh. Honestly, the part of me, I was so shook that I was pissed off. That's, I'm just gonna say that. It made me so mad. Like, I was not happy about this. I was not, the plot twist, that's all I'll say. I was not happy about it. And so we just have to read book 2. And honestly, this is one I'm like, I don't even want to look at this book because it makes me so mad, but like, read it. But like, I recommend. This is like turning into, I should be sponsored by BetterHelp right now. Get therapy, but like read these books. The ones that make me cry, the ones I hate, like read them. So this is Fire and Metal book 1, Light Wielder, which is book 2. It doesn't have a release date from what I can see, but hopefully this one comes out soon, because again, book 1 came out, book 1 was really good. It looks like book 1 came out in 2024. Wow, I didn't even know. But I feel like it's going pretty, I feel like we can all agree this one's coming at least back around now, and maybe it's because it got traditionally published, but y'all, it's yes, but be prepared to cry. Woo, this one I also just read, obviously. We have The Road of Bones by Demi Winters. Now, I don't know if I would technically call this like viral right now, but I think this is one that definitely should be viral, a newer fantasy romance, I would say. This book is so freaking bomb. I'm not even joking. It is so good. So good. It's this more of a, like, what do they call it? I think it is just an Viking inspired, a Viking-inspired romantic comedy, so it's a little bit more unique, which I appreciate. It also just has this, like, so many good things, like plot twists and betrayals and chaos. It is so good. It has all the good things, and this is a hard yes for me, like a hard yes. I think I ended up giving this book 4.75 because there's like a couple things I was like, okay, it's not giving me that 5 stars, but honestly, I'm surprised that I did not continue the series already. Actually, that's not true. I'm waiting on my Libby app. They're on hold because I want to continue the series, but I think this is going to be like a freaking 5-book series, not including novellas, because she has 1 novella out now, and I think she's coming out with the 2nd novella. So this is a big series, and we're only on, book 2 is already out, so we're only waiting for book 3, which comes out in February. So seems to be a pretty decent pace. I'm going to try to hold off on reading the novella for at least another month, maybe. And so I can space it out so that I'm following along and I'm not going to be like stuck at book 3 or something. But this, gold. So good. Literally so good. And then another 4.75. I will say, well, okay. That is Shield of Sparrows by W. Perry. Again, another, these are all viral, so I don't know why I'm saying that. This is another hard yes. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but like, this is just my honest opinion, y'all. No, my hair falling apart. It's okay, we're gonna ignore. I really enjoyed this book. Again, same thing, copy paste for this one. It's just that like, there was a couple things that I was like, okay, like, could have been better or like predictable a little bit. And so I had to like, it didn't give me that 5-star, but like, there were so many good things about it. So I love this cover. It is so I was gonna say delicious. Oh my gosh, it is literally so stunning. But this book was so fun. I thought it was like more of a whimsical fantasy, and I love that we're seeing, and just from what I'm noticing, we're seeing a lot of more unique fantasy romance. And I honestly will have to say, like, that is very hit or miss. I think it's a very brave thing for an author to do, especially just because, you know, there's so many, you guys know this, it's the Kindle Unlimited fantasy romances where they're all the same trope, like they get kidnapped or whatever, then they're living in the dungeon, and then, you know, the main guy tricks them, and then they're like, oh my gosh, but actually I'm the prince, and you're like, oh. You gotta pretend to be shocked, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's definitely the stereotypical ones, and there's definitely different variations, but y'all know what I'm talking about. And I definitely think we've seen like a bit of difference from some of the newer ones, and so it's so incredible. This one I feel like has definitely more whimsical twist, and I don't love to say that because I feel like it makes it sound less high stakes, but the truth is it's still high stakes, but still like a little bit more like magical in a way. I freaking loved it, and I want to just like dive into this world so bad. Like I want to live here, even though it's a little crazy because their monsters are wild. I still want to live here. I still want to be in this, and so I'm really excited for book 2. Ends on a crazy thing. Let's see if we have any deets on book 2. Looks like we do not. So maybe if I look, but it's a really highly rated on Goodreads as well. So that's insane. I mean, that's proofs in the pudding, y'all. Hard yes. This one actually I would give a maybe. So this is On Wings of Blood by Briar Bolin. And the reason why I would go with maybe, I honestly would say maybe just because I would say wait. Because this book, I ended up giving it 4 stars. I like this book. I think this book specifically really put itself in a corner. She said the thing says like for fans of Fourth Wing and Zodiac Academy and did she say ACOTAR? No, Fourth Wing, Zodiac Academy, Harry Potter, I know she said, but she said those were some claims. And just when you say stuff like that, people say stuff like that, it makes me like, okay, so I'm gonna hold you to a higher standard because you're claiming to be one of the greats. And you're not. So I definitely think this has a lot of potential. Definitely some holes that need to be filled in. Some just details that make you, at least for me, made me not love the characters that much because we really don't know these characters. And it's like, how am I going to follow along a story that I don't know? I don't care about these people. And I also think the author just made some decisions that, again, were your basic fantasy. Like, they just do this because for the sake of doing it. It doesn't really have any value to the story or to us as readers. We're not sitting here like, yeah, I don't know, whatever. I don't want to go into too much detail, but it's so annoying. And so I just think it could have been better for sure. So I would say maybe because it looks like book 2 is out, but book 3 doesn't come out until March 2026. Which is not too far away. It's actually not as far away as I thought. But still, I would wait a little bit longer so that you could read them probably, hopefully, back to back or like a little bit closer together maybe. But I'm going to continue the series. I just don't say run. I definitely think there are other ones. So if like any of these other ones tickle your fancy, I would read any of those before this one. So I think this one though is also, is it individually published? Is that the word? Yeah, indie. Is it? I don't know if this is, I think this is indie published, and you could tell it probably needed a little bit of like, you know, fine tuning in my brain, but I can see why people are liking it. I just don't think you need to make this your highest priority. Does that make sense? Da-na-na-na. It's funny because like a lot of these actually came out in like 2024, but I feel like these are the viral ones right now. So unless I'm crazy, I don't know. I also don't have Book Talk, so this is based on like Bookstagram and BookTube. Oh, this one I know came out this year though. We got Silver Elite by Danny Francis. I wanted to give you my opinion again, because I have talked about this one, but again, I know it's going around. I would say this one for not the best reasons, but in my opinion, I would go with yes. I gave this 4.5 stars. I definitely honestly toyed around with like a 5-star, but when I was thinking back to it, I was like, okay, there were some like holes and just different things that were like, okay, I you know, maybe it's not a 5-star, but I honestly enjoyed this. I definitely think it's one, if you're the type of person who is gonna be thinking about how do you explain it? Like, if you want the details, if you're the type of person who really likes the details and like the build up and all that stuff, you might not like this, but that's why I liked it, because I felt like it was super quick pace. Like, I feel like we jump in and we're going 100 miles per hour, and I appreciate that in the book, but I know there are some people who like more of a build up, like, come on, people. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely understand the hesitation for some people. But again, for me, I liked it. This is more of, I think they call it dystopian. Yes, dystopian, sci-fi-ish. Like, there are different, it's definitely more of a unique one. It's not going to be your basic Joe Schmo fantasy romance. But Really, to each your own. I would say yes, but I will accept people proceeding with caution and going for maybe. You know what I mean? Like if you hear, I'm gonna say the word yes, but if you take it as a maybe, that's fine. That's what I meant to say. That's fine too. Yeah. I'm excited for book 2. Really excited. Do we have any details? Let's just see. Doesn't look like it. Maybe I'm on Goodreads, so it could just be my Goodreads, but it's fine. We don't need to be here all day. These honestly are actually a little bit older than I thought, but we'll just talk about them anyway. It's fine. Next we have The Blood of Hercules. Now, I know, y'all. I know some of y'all aren't, you're not about it. I devoured this, ate it whole. Literally, no breaks in between, swallowed it whole. It was so good, in my opinion. Now, if you don't like Why Choose, you're not gonna like this. So proceed with caution, but for me, it's a hard yes. And I am so excited for book 2. It's coming out at, wait, did it always say October? I feel like it keeps changing. No, I think it did say October. You're okay, it's true. It said, I had originally said, I think July or something, sometime this summer, and then it did get pushed back to October. I did know that. Gutted, but either way, I'm gonna reread this book, so it's fine. It's fine. We got time to reread this one and enjoy it. But I know that not everyone loves it. I just thought it was so fun. It's like most of the setting is at the school, where it's like kind of torture. It's literally like torture. And so it's like this training thing, sort of. And I really liked it. Hard yes. It's hard to tell you like exactly because first of all, I think the enjoyment in that book is finding everything out as you read it. And then it's just like, it is a little bit, I will tell you, it's a little bit like Psycho. It's a little bit crazy, but like, then I just wanted to, the reason why I really wanted to talk about Quicksilver by Kelly Hart, obviously this one was viral a little bit ago, but I really enjoyed this book. The reason why I really wanted to talk about those so that we could take a peek-sees together when book 2 comes out and the whole juicy tea. We need different covers, Kelly Hart. I really thought you heard us when we were telling you and you were gonna get traditionally published, but like, well, I'm pretty sure she kept the same covers or something like that. But I didn't, I don't even know if the new versions are out yet, or I'm not gonna get it because obviously I have the indie version, but I really enjoyed this book. I'm still like my friends, if you guys didn't see, I did start a book club and someone did put Quicksilver in there because they want to read it, and I was like, I'll be so down to reread it. I'm not mad at it. It's a really good one. And so another yes. I just think this is another one where I would proceed with caution just because well, we could take a peek see when book 2 comes out. November. Not too far, but I will definitely have to do a reread before this one. But like, just that's the thing. Some of these series, it's like when, yes, they're incredible, they're great, but it's like you're gonna enjoy it, read it, it's probably gonna end on a cliffhanger, then you're gonna have to wait a year for book 2. It's like really to each their own. To each their own. I need to stop doing it. I'm just not strong enough is the problem. Like, as you can tell from all of these, I'm not strong enough to wait till more books in the series come out, and then I tell myself, I'm like, I'm like, I'll just reread it when like the time comes. And then I get mad that I have to reread it. Oh crap. Then I get mad that I have to reread it, you know? So November, but mark your calendars, y'all. Okay, this is the last book and the only, no. So there are more. I think that was 9 books, so not satisfying. And there are other ones, but like, and I'm thinking, I don't know. Anyway, we have Fear the Flames by Olivia Rose Darling. Again, this is one that came out a while ago, but I do feel like it kind of circulated around again a little bit ago just because it got traditionally published. Now, I would say no. The problem is that book 2 could change this series. I just think that this was another one that I don't know what people were reading. I don't know what people were smoking when they were reading this because it was viral. People were like, oh my gosh, this is so good. This will hold you over if you are like in a fourth wing hangover, like dragons and I'm like, first of all, there are dragons at the itty bitty end. Barely any dragons in this one. barely at all. And then also just the characters are, this is gonna be a little bit closer to your traditional fantasy romance style. Like, it's gonna be very basic, I'm sure very predictable is the better word for it, and unfortunately it's just annoying. And but the thing is that the characters don't compare to all the other characters, all the other FMCs, MMCs we've read in all these other books. I just think they fall short. And so I really genuinely do not know what they were thinking, but I'm like, maybe just maybe, if I'm hearing good positive things about book 2, I'll be able to read book 2. The thing is that I do want to read book 2 because I feel like it's such a great concept. It's such a great idea that she has here. The execution may have fallen a little bit short, but like we could save it. We could save it. And so the other one that is just popping in my head right now is actually When the Moon Hatched, because I feel like it had its moments, and if this came out a while ago though, yeah, I finished it in 2024, but When the Moon Hatched, another no. So that's the actual last one. It's actually also a no. I just think it's way too long for the end result. It has tropes in it that I just are not my thing. It is a little bit different compared to some of your traditional, again, fantasy romances, but I think that what they added actually takes away from the whole story. I think it just makes me so mad. And so book 2, again, another one could make this better, could be better, could be the better of the two. And I mean, I'm not opposed to reading book 2. The thing is that they're just so long that it's hard to justify reading that long of a book just for like a maybe. And what was they gonna say? Oh, I ended up giving it 3 stars. Like, I don't know. I don't know about that one. But book 2 does come out in February, so not too far away, but, and I will absolutely not be rereading When the Moon Hatched. We're just gonna take it in strides. Whatever happens. So that is really all the books. Let me know what fantasy romances you're reading currently. What would you say is like more viral currently? I obviously love to keep up with the more viral, exciting fantasy romance and stuff like that. Some of them are, you know, on Kindle Unlimited as well. I don't think I have any right here. But as you can see, also a lot of these are series that are just second book is out. Like, not very many books are out. Honestly, most of these, I think only book 1 is out besides like one of these series. And so these are the smaller ones, because obviously we have bigger series that are viral in a way, but like whatever. So let me know if you want to know more, if you like more videos like this where it's like specific genres and stuff like that we're talking about. And yes, that is it for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, nerds.